Oh, hello. Let's see. I don't know if anybody's coming in here or not. Let's see if we can fix this. That won't work. That won't work. Well, maybe we'll go a little further back. There we go. Let's get the other phone going here so we can read comments. Let's see. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Please forgive the hum. YouTube's telling me to subscribe so I don't miss my updates. That's funny. Let's see. We'll do some shout outs here in a minute. And you're drunk? Can you come in? Dennis? Well, I don't have StreamYard. I'm not one of these, fancies. I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about because I haven't been trucking in the last 2 weeks. Thanks to a repair. And everything else going on here at home. Now, if you see me talk when I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my other phone. All right, we'll do some shout outs here. Shout outs. You guys like shout outs, right? Let's see, we got Nothing Witty, Light Bright, Rick and Big Houston, Ralph Floto, Quick Williams, Scott SRO Logistics, good evening. John Armstrong, Dennis Richardsville, Richardville, sorry. John Armstrong, Mike Miller, Brian Ludwig Jr., smash that like button. Cascade Transport, why not? I will be going back out Tuesday. Oh, StreamYard, why not? Well, because I'm not fancy. Have you guys seen the StreamYards? There's always these technical issues going on. I mean, play some Pantera. Play some Pantera and sing. Oh, what's up, Scott? Cluster Chucker, Yo Steve, Joe Jordan. Let's see. Yeah, play the song. Which song is that? Which song do you guys want to hear? I don't know that many songs. I'm kind of a lame guitar player. I don't even have distortion on right now. Now, Provost, I kind of feel intimidated now because Provost is in here. Because when it comes to other musicians, I'm not that great. Ratman Roden. Copyright infringement. I don't play the songs close enough to get copyright infringement. Okay, let's get some distortion here. What do you guys want to talk about? You guys don't want to hear me play. find the load on the first. Cascade, what you're supposed to do is pick up something on the 31st and then deliver it on the 2nd. That's what you're supposed to do. You got to pick a long load. I said a long load. Long load. Digging this guitar solo. We're gonna switch guitars. Okay? All right, we're gonna switch guitars. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right, we'll get the Sharpie, mean-looking guitar. Sharp. Just put COVID on my pick. All right. This one might need some tuning, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let's see if we can change this angle. I don't like that angle. I like the action better on this guitar. It's a quicker guitar. Well, let's see. We got, let's see, 4D Flatlander, Jonathan Wheeler. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, says Mr. Wheeler. We want to hear some Fat Bottom Girls, or at least see some. Wrong channel for that. Let's see, I did play a little bit of Metallica, not deliver on the 31st. Nice pocket. Thanks, I think. Just finished dinner now. Show, sweet. Did he just say bear with them or beard with them? Is doing a drop and hook. Quick Williams is doing a drop and hook. There you go. DIY Trucking and More. What's up? I'm enjoying your channel, DIY Semi. Charles Brandt, what's up? Why the black screen? Is there a black screen? Shouldn't be a black screen. That's a good song though. I used to play drums, and we played Twist of Cain. Isn't that like? That's just by ear, right? Um, Went out and came back and all good. Okay, good. Um, DIY asked for that very song a while ago. What did he ask for? Oh, how about some Danzig Mother? Yeah, it's about. My favorite Danzig song is "How the Gods Kill." That is my favorite Danzig song. Charles Brandt, thank you very much. 1999. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for the Merry Christmas present. You gave me a Christmas present before, didn't you? Temperature change is really screwing with this thing. What are the first two chords of Mississippi Queen? Like coach. Sepultura. Oh man, I used to know a bunch of Sepultura off of Chaos ID. Played Judas Priest, Cascade. Band songs. I'm not in the right tuning. The band plays in low B, and this is just, I don't even know what this is. Like, it's either E flat or B. Here you go, Houston. Here you go, Houston. Screwing up. Scorpions. Everybody knows that song. I screwed that up too. Black Sabbath. Deep Purple, Deep Purple. Which song? Which song? Let's see. Little Viking Coach, you're a little bit older than that. Highway Star? No, that one. Let's see. Ponzi Zombie Killer. I'm going to get you in. I'm going to get you. Run Devil Child. Here is Rock Me Like a Peterbilt. What does that stand for before me? Ponzi, how are you doing, man? Ponzi, I hope you're doing okay. I worry about you sometimes. Space Trucking. I'd have to listen to it again. One of the best versions of that song was done by a Christian thrash metal band called Vengeance Rising. They actually did a cover of Space Trucking. Go look for that. What did you say, Dennis? I missed that. Pantera. Now, Steve Berger knows some Pantera, if you guys follow him on YouTube. No, we ain't doing those solos, Dennis. 2021, the year Ponzi gets back in the truck. I would like to see that. Some of the best Periscope moments was with Ponzi Zombie Killer back in the Landstar days. Ponzi started Landstar like a month before I did, and the first time I met him was an epic meetup with him and Pale Rider there in Rockwall, Texas. It was a weird miracle. Pale Rider and I were able to park at that Rockwall TA on the same day at the same time. It was crazy, because anybody who's been in that Rockwall TA knows that the interstate practically has to be shut down for you to be able to get parking there. And that's where I first met Ponzi. And we traded numbers. We went over Landstar stuff. Ponzi pretty much stayed in his area. Every now and then he ventured to Ohio, but he and I came in at Landstar at the tail end of a really good rate chase, and then it started to go downhill from there. Metal Church. That's also Metallica. My favorite Metal Church album is Blessing in Disguise. We got to open up for Metal Church. I forget which album they were touring. It was one of those reunion tours. It was just Kurt Vanderhoof and the drummer were the only original members, but When they busted into Badlands, I lost it, man. I love that song. I love that album. Guar. I don't know any Guar, but I will say this. We got to see Guar. We were supposed to open up for him, but Guar at the last minute said that they didn't want any local openers because of all the stage stuff that they had to have. And so I saw them with a death metal band called Dying Fetus. We got in the show for free since we were going to play. And they were like, oh, no, you can't play. And I stayed in the back because I didn't want to get wet with all the water that they spray in the crowd, you know. But it was probably the most unique show I've ever witnessed, ever. So, play the Pledge of Allegiance. You're talking about Suicidal Tendencies? Ah. Is that who you're talking about? Spoopy, what's up? Party on. Dying Fetus is a band. Little Wine Coach. Not a song title. I'm sure there's a song title out there. But they're kind of like one of these death metal bands. They go. This is Pale Rider's favorite song. No. Little Wine Coach, that's funny. The song that Pale Rider uses in his intro all the time is I'm screwing up. This is Little Viking Coach's song right here. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. This is dedicated, written just for Little Viking Coach. That's the Little Viking Coach song. Right there. Screen record that. Use it to your heart's content. I give you that. That's your Christmas present. Little Viking Coach. Use it for an intro. Put some words to it. I mean, just put it in a loop and sample it and just do whatever you want. That is my gift to you. To you, sir. To you. Okay? Your hair grew complete. You guys like that chord? John Dahl, hi, good evening. You mean you don't want royalty for it? No, that is my gift, okay? All right? Kind of has a voivod feel to it. Wouldn't you agree, Little Viking Coach? Anything for you, Charles. Anything for you. We can play pretty if you want. We can play just like. Here's the soundtrack for one of my videos. Okay, ready? You guys like that? You guys like that? Get it? Because I'm boring, right? Get it? You guys like that? Seven Nation Army, don't know that? What was the first thing I learned how to play? Was it Iron Man or Munster's theme song? What was the first song I learned how to play? I don't know. Probably that one riff from Scorpions, the and then I know I worked on that forever. I think it was like an obituary song, to be honest with you. And then Twisted Sister. Let's see. But no, it wasn't. I've never learned the Munsters theme, although somebody tried to teach it to me. Isn't that? I can't even figure that out. Right? Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. I've never played any of their stuff. Not Metal Winds of Change. I don't know that one. I could do the whistle part. Maybe not. Probably Freebird since he's from Missouri. No, that's silly. You know somebody that could play the Mario Brother theme song on guitar? We can do some drop tuning. Drop D tuning, you guys know what that is? Destiny Potato. Let's fix this tuning. You used to play bass guitar? What do you mean used to, Big Houston? You ought to play it again. You're buying a fiddle? I remember Harold Huffman III. I don't know if you guys remember his channel. He was running around with the banjo. He didn't know how to play. I attempted to play something on it at GATS one year, and I just looked like more of an idiot than I usually do. I gotta go to bed because my life sucks and I'm a truck driver. Dennis, there's nothing wrong with being a truck driver. I gotta get up early because we're gonna go hunting, I think. We can talk about trucking stuff if you guys want. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that. We could trucking talk. Talk about Nashville. Let's see. Let's talk about Nashville. We can talk about Nashville. Those who don't know what Rick is talking about, there was a bomb that exploded in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown, from an RV on Christmas morning. And and the government's always telling us to be aware. Because if a terrorist is going to do something, they're going to do it on holidays, right? They're gonna do it where they get the most press. There's the problem with the news, we don't have any real news sources anymore. Is that we're never going to know what really happened. I do know that they were searching some dude's house, and here's the dangerous line we've got, right? If you're a hard right conservative, kind of a gun-toting, God-fearing, total right-wing person, I expect that a lot of press is going to start demonizing that side as in retaliation to all the stuff that has been going on for the last 4 years. But I think something bigger may come later. I agree with you, Big Houston. The Fifth Estate. My first full song I learned was "Breaking the Chains" by Dokken. Oh wow, Spoovy, that's pretty good. So yeah, it's first song I learned was "Tie a Yellow Ribbon." Then I learned "Big Bad Blue White Brown." The first song I sang, like as a singer, was actually when I was 9, and it was "On the Road Again" by Willie Nelson. With all the cameras, with all the security and the phone spying and everything else, it'd be really hard to pull off another Oklahoma City kind of thing. But, you know, somebody might surprise us. They've already got video footage of the RV. They've already got like a license plate, and they're already searching the house where they thought the RV might have been at. So it's hard to accomplish something of that nature. So those are my thoughts. You know, what the motive was, who knows? I don't think we know the whole story. I mean, some saying there were gunshots on the recording of, you know, because those of you who don't know, the RV was like spewing out this message of everybody to clear out, which is kind of weird. So it might be that the AT&T building was the target, you know, and it disrupted phone signals and some servers, I think, in that area. I think like Tennessee, Kentucky, and parts of Ohio didn't have internet. We're gonna play some black metal, some Swedish black metal, just for cool. This is for the Hool. That's some Swedish black metal just for the Hool. If you guys don't believe me how accurate that was, just Google it and you'll hear some. Oklahoma City was an inside job too. It's a trip. Yep, sad to say. Let's see. Well, as Tennessee showed us, some nuts are not above trying something. Sad to say. I will say this, at least there was a warning message, right? And, you know, in their speculation, was the warning message like a way to lure people closer to the bomb, or was it a real message because they were just aiming for the AT&T building, which could explain why it was done on Christmas morning, because they knew that there would be not very many people and nobody was killed. They did find flesh, is what the news said, which, you know, might have been someone in the driver's seat, but with all the security cameras around, you would think that they would have better footage than the one. There's one video out there where it shows the RV kind of doing its thing. It's slow crawling. All of a sudden, the screen goes white, and then alarms are going off, and then it takes like about a minute for the camera to adjust to the light change. And when it did, it was like, you know, everything was in shambles. Let's go to happy subjects. Like the Hool singing. I need to get StreamYard, because what I would do is I would play black metal and let the Hool do his vocals, because all the Swedish people, Sweden, Norwegian, Norway, they love that black metal. They don't believe in palm muting at all. They don't believe in the. They don't believe in that, right? Everyone knows that the Wolves in the K-pop. The Spoovy. Spoovy says it's just up. Spoovy's just upset because Jessica Larson said he's I bet you if Jessica Larson, Angelica Larson, get it right. You don't even know your own person's name. The whole Angelica Larson. When she comes to America, she's probably hit on every fat, disgusting truck driver ever, right? Thomas Wilson, start over. What is the first song? Oh, awesome. Now we're getting some questions. What is the first song you ever heard musically that just blew you away? I mean, made you think, wow, and you listen to over and over and over again? I don't know about like from a musician's perspective, but as a kid, I kid you not, you guys gonna laugh at this, okay? Big metalhead, bearded, ugly dude, okay? The one of the first songs I really like recorded on the cassette player and played over and over and over was that one chick from ABBA. She had that song, There's Something Going On. And it was kind of a heavy song. It was like I know there's something going on. It's like there's like palm muting and for some reason that song stuck with me. And another song that stuck with me as a kid was Breakdown by Alan Parsons Project. When I break down, it's about a pack car, right? So that's a great song. But as a musician, it was when I started to get into, I guess Metallica, Master of Puppets, because Metallica proved that you can do melodic stuff and you can do heavy stuff, and that kind of, I don't know, that was kind of the beginning of the metal journey that I was taking. I was into like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, you know, that kind of stuff, but Metallica was like took it to the next level. But as a musician, when I hear stuff like Dream Theater or Fates Warning, like newer Fates Warning, I'm trust me, I love older Fates Warning, but like if you listen to Fates Warning, like No Exit, Parallels, and Shade of Gray, those are great albums. So there's like a musician side of me, and then there's like the metalhead, side of me that appreciates all the spectrums. You know, I like the most technical stuff, and I liked the most basic stuff, right? And sometimes the best songs are like 3 chords and the same drum beat, and then other times, I told you how rules, and sometimes, I like a combination. Flotsam and Jetsam was a band that did the combination. They weren't afraid to just do a simple chord, but then they were shredders. I mean, they came up with these riffs. I mean, No Place for Disgrace, which, by the way, if you don't know who Flotsam and Jetsam is, but you're a Metallica fan, shame on you, because that was Jason Newsted's original band. And he actually co-wrote some of the songs on No Place for Disgrace, which is their best album ever. But Flotsam and Jetsam's one of those bands could do no wrong. Smells Like Teen Spirit. See, Way Cooler Than Kiss, Mr. Wilson, play some Barry Manilow, John, you know that ain't gonna have it. Believe it or not, Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I don't know that song. Mr. Wilson's teddy bears, Mrs. Wilson, you should be worried about. I agree. And that's my late oldest brother's fault for trapping me in the car and playing it all the time when I was young. The first metal band I listened to was Pantera, says Big Houston. So you were kind of late in the game because Pantera's great, right? But they were like, you had Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, right? Slayer. But then you had a second wave, which Exodus should actually be in the first wave because that's where Kirk Hammett came from. But you have Exodus, Testament, Forbidden, Death Angel, Flotsam and Jetsam. And then those bands all did like a sellout album. Metallica did the Black Album and it made every thrash band try a sellout album. And around that time, except for Slayer, they didn't put out a sellout album. And around that time, Pantera comes out. They've been around, but they changed their sound. And what a lot of people don't realize is Pantera was more of a power metal, scream metal, like long hair, glammy type band. But when in their local scene there's a thrash / death metal band, X-Hoarder, that kind of convinced them they needed to change their direction, and they did. And that's what Cowboys from Hell came out. Because you can really hear Phil's high vocals on Cowboys from Hell. So Pantera kind of, I think their popularity was in fact because all these other thrash bands were selling out. They were getting signed on the big labels and trying to recreate the Black Album to get the same kind of fame and notoriety that Metallica did. And Pantera kept getting heavier and heavier. I mean, my favorite album by Pantera is Far Beyond Driven. So... Cool, she just cooked pork chops with baked beans and onions on top with twice steamed broccoli. Yeah, I heard about that. The whole good evening, Thomas, up to Michael Sorrell. It's been awesome. You missed the best parts. Thor and Thunder Trucking, what's up? 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under, we got to open up for them. I like their first album. Chris Barnes, and as great as he was in Cannibal Corpse, he is not one of my most favorite vocalists in the death realm. The newest 6 Feet Under musically is great, but his vocals are just absolutely horrible, in my opinion. Some people like him. But when we got to open up for him, I got to sit next to Terry Butler, which was kind of a big deal because Terry Butler was in several of very influential death metal bands that I liked. So I used to go see Pantera at Joe's Garage in Fort Worth before they were super heavy. Spooby, I've heard about those gigs. I've also, there's a place that used to be in Lawrence, Kansas called The Outhouse. And anybody who's anybody in metal and punk played there. It's like this place, it was literally like a warehouse looking place, and everybody played there. Everybody. And some of the Pantera shows I heard there were just absolutely nuts. Metallica, when Mustaine was kicked out of the band because he was too good for them, too out of hand for them, yeah. I've seen Cannibal Corpse several times. Yes, we got to... They've played here Springfield twice. Both times it was awesome. I have friends that got to open up for them. We got to meet those guys the last time they were there here. And Alex Webster is a super cool guy. So is Corpse Grinder, the vocalist. So the line coach has some pipes on him. He does, man. Venom at war with Satan. That way old. Man, the thing with Venom is you can't hear anything. It's just like You know, the production of the old Venom albums was just atrocious. Uh, you dropped acid with Alex in 2010. Wow. My favorite Metallica albums were Ride the Lightning and Garage Days Revisited. Um, I I like all Metallica albums. I even like some of Saint Anger, if you can believe that. I the only album I really can't listen to all the way is Reload. There's some songs on the album I'm just like, what the hell, guys? What the hell? You know. But I do prefer and Justice for All was the first album that I really bought by them, but it was Master of Puppets and Garage Days that Cliff had just died, and a friend of mine brought over Metallica Master of Puppets and played Orion for me, and then he played Garage Days, and Metallica is some of the best covers. I mean, like the other day, Bread Fan came on the radio, and I was like, man, it's such a great song. I like their version of Turn the Page. I like Garage Inc. You know, the second Garage Days that they did. I like that. You know, I don't know. I'm kind of weird with Metallica. James Hetfield is he's kind of a hero to me. I think I would like to hang out with him sometime. I think he and I have a lot in common. Yes, I do remember Guar. Lamb of God, hands down, the loudest show I've ever heard. We got to open up for Lamb of God. That was probably our best show. And at that time, the singer drank. And I think he's like straight edge now, but at that time, man, he was so trashed that he could barely complete the set. But musically, those guys were on it, you know. And we got to see him again. Slayer did their last tour. We went to Bentonville a couple of years ago and went and saw them. They opened up. It was Death Angel, Testament, Anthrax, Lamb of God, Napalm Death, which that was awesome, and then of course Slayer, and that was a good show. That was probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Suffocation. Now you're talking, little Viking coats. Now you're talking. No, I don't know any gorillas. Gear back when MTV didn't suck more than RVC. What the hell are you talking about? I remember the golden days of MTV. What's that meme? It's like, we would like congratulate MTV for 14 years. It's their 30th anniversary. We would like to congratulate them for 14 years of music. There is VH1 and MTV have these sub channels. I forget what they're called. MTVU that actually just still play videos. And I was actually watching a little bit of that a little bit ago. Man, there's some horrible music out there. Or should I say, music. You don't like Suffocation the Whole? I've lost respect for you, man. One of the best mosh pits, one of the biggest mosh pits I ever saw was with Suffocation playing. Vince Neil, trash 9% of the time, barely can sing half the time. Honestly, why even bother? Because they get paid, man. They get paid. MTV with Downtown Julie Brown or something like that. Downtown Julie Brown. In her English accent, she had to be all edgy, right? You know, it was kind of funny when she would talk like about the metal news. Like you could tell she stumbled on those words. She was not a metal person. Headbangers Ball is responsible for a lot of things in my youth. Let's see. Biggest concert surprise for me was Ted Nugent when I saw him open for Kiss in Fort Worth. I became an instant fan. He blew Kiss Away live. That was in '88. Wow. Ted Nugent. I've heard good things. You know, I've watched a couple of his YouTube videos. I don't know, he's very controversial, but you know, they're trying to seem like they're trying to be positive, right? I mean, you want to talk about your right wing gun toting, you know, conservative? That's that guy, right? Both Snowlord and Headbangers Ball live 4 in the morning. There you go. You guys remember Manowar? Anybody here a Manowar fan? There's got to be a Manowar fan in here. Some Manowar for you. Yngwie Malmsteen theme. I like Yngwie. I need to hear the album that has Ripper Owens on it. Didn't Ripper Owens do an album with him? No, the wife is in the other room laughing at me. She's probably watching the video, and she's working on a puzzle. So she's enjoying her day off. So, Warriors of the World. There you go. There you go. Every Manowar song is based around these three chords. It's like, what's this? Yes.
Was I summoned?
No, someone was asking where you were.
I am here.
They said that you were out with your puzzle, and
I'm not watching anymore because my battery died.
Oh.
I think you're through the walls, so I don't feel the need to watch. But tell everyone I said hi.
My wife says hi, everybody. Spooby, there's a death metal band out of Fayetteville, Arkansas called Vor, and those guys got to open up for Manowar. And during that tour, this is like about 15 or so years ago, Manowar would actually like call a guitar player from the crowd. Like, if you know how to play guitar, we're going to hand you a guitar and you can play with Manowar. And my friend Paige got to do that. And there's a picture of him, and it was just like, it was so awesome. I was so happy. And I would love, because Manowar stuff is fairly simple. Rhythm wise, now lead wise, you know, their lead player is really good. And I just like that whole like warrior, you know, like Kings of Metal is like one of the best albums, I think. Triumph of Steel is really good, and then they had an EP, Thunder in the Sky. And there was a period during the beginning of my weight loss where I was listening to that EP every single morning. You know, that was kind of my motivational music. But yeah, I like Manowar. I need some of their videos. So I heard their videos are like off the chain. But, you know. I'm on the internet behaving. I'm always behaving. Gutter Snipe? No, I've never heard of that. Manowar is still an active band, 1980 to 2020, 40 years. Yes, they are. I remember the thing about Manowar was, I remember listening. You guys, there was a radio show that was like syndicated. It was called Metal Shop, And there was an interview with Joey DeMaio, and he was like, "Man, Manowar fans are the best. This is how awesome they are. It takes 10 of a band's regular fans to add up to just one Manowar fan." You know, he was very egotistical, playing the part, right? And I remember that intrigued me. But then they played the song "Wheels of Fire," which is one of the fastest songs I'd ever heard at that time, because I wasn't into death metal, not barely into thrash at that point. And "Wheels of Fire" came out. I was like, "Holy crap!" You know, it's just like, you know, at that time, and it was just like, I would love to see them live now. And I think they were getting ready to go on tour before COVID world hit. You know? Doesn't Dave Grohl still do that? Call people from the audience? He might. I don't follow David Grohl. I'm not a big Foo Fighters fan. I barely can tolerate Nirvana. I did own the album Nevermind, but I also own the album Bleach, which is probably the purest Nirvana that you can get before they hit it big. Nevermind was a studio polished commercial, kind of like what the Black Album, what Bob Rock did for Metallica, whatever producer produced Nevermind did that for Nirvana. And I don't know, it's, I would have loved to have been in those recording sessions, but Bleach, I was actually in a band that we were going to cover the song Negative Creep off of the Bleach album, and go, you know, you want to hear some true raw punk Nirvana, that's the band or that's the album you want to do, is Bleach. Thunder Chicken meets Wheels of Fire. But yeah, I was a big Exodus fan. I think I saw them with Helix and Crocus. Wow, Spooby. Living where you live, you probably saw all kinds of killer shows. You know, I got into metal in 86, 85, 86, and bands didn't come to Springfield. If you wanted to hear Metallica or Slayer, you had to either drive to St. Louis or Kansas City, or you had to like watch a cover band butcher it. So but yeah, I love Exodus. I was so happy when oh, what's his name, John Sousa rejoined them. Tempo of the Damned was one of the best thrash comeback albums ever. It used to be this dude who had a show on public access. It was like him and his friends, and he would go and find bands that were in cities for concerts at hotels or whatever and try to interview them. You should do that. There's so many people that do that. I'm kind of out of touch with the scene, you know. There's all these new bands I've never heard of. You know, the music world's a different place, especially now with COVID world. So it's. I was talking to the record store owner the other day, and I was talking about how I used to be a love-it-all metalhead, man. I would buy anything and everything that came out, and now I'm a lot more selective. You know, instead of drinking the 12-pack of Budweiser, now I'm selecting, you know, craft beers and wine. You know, it's kind of how it takes a really good album for me to want to buy it. And so Spotify Premium's awesome. And if I stream an album enough, I'll buy it on CD, or if I really like it, I'll buy it on vinyl. So, but metalheads are the most dedicated physical music buyers there is. You tap into that, and I mean, there's a lot of metal collector Facebook pages. Metal snob. I am. Unfortunately, Exodus kind of went downhill after Hammett left and joined Metallica. don't think they ever recorded with Kirk Hammett was on the latest album, did a guest solo, but they never recorded with him, did he? What was their first album? Oh man, that's gonna bug me. Um, he wasn't even on that, right? It was just local. Charles Brandt. Okay, everyone, have a good night. Thanks for the music story. Everyone have a blessed tomorrow. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for the Christmas gift. I appreciate you. Someone want to hear a music joke? I've heard them all, but go ahead. Kirk Hammett founded Exodus. It was his band until he left. Oh, okay. Great name for a band, Metal Snob. I'm sure it's taken. Where's your joke, Ninja? Metal Knob. Who played Slay the Goat? Who did? Tall man. That's funny. All right, guys, we're at an hour. We're over an hour. We're like 8 minutes over the hour. But we can still talk. I'm just tired of sitting with this guitar. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me. My noise. I am all rocked out. It's funny you mentioned that Kirk Hammett, like all the Bay Area bands, like the singer of Exodus, well, the second singer of Exodus used to be in Testament. And if you Testament came out with a re-recording, it's called First Strike is Still Deadly. And there's John Sousa, what's his name? He actually does some vocals on that song on some of the original like Testament songs that he sang on. It's almost the ex-wife hour. I should go get that over with. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys had a good holiday. I hope you're being safe. I know that there's been a lot of bad weather. We got some bad weather. It's supposed to be here like on Tuesday. And I don't suggest being in the Dakotas or Iowa or Minnesota or even Wisconsin on Tuesday, Wednesday, if you can help it. Not sure what next week brings. I got to do my DOT physical, and I'm not going to wait till the last minute. My physical's due by the 6th, and I want to be able to do it probably Monday or Tuesday, and then go back out Tuesday or Wednesday, and run pretty hard because I know the truck's going to ask for money at the beginning of the year. My property taxes are due, so that's a bill that I forgot to anticipate. So who wants to be in low? I'm in Louisiana tonight. I'll be back home in the morning. Good deal, Spooby. You have a good night, Star Lord. All the best to you in the new year. Yep, Exodus is still active. Their latest album, Kirk Hammett's actually, he does a guest solo on it. See, the new bands that I've been listening to is a band called Alcest, Alcest. They're out of France. Chemist, of course, Khemmis. In the death metal realm, the New Benediction's pretty good. They're a long time old school death metal band. and then a band called Necrot, and a band called Gatecreeper, and then and the new Vader. The new Vader is really good. Vader is an awesome band. We've seen them like 15 times. They're awesome. So, but anyways, guys, if you guys got nothing else to add, we've only got 14 people, which is fine. My YouTube doesn't like me, doesn't like my analytics. So, and oh, by the way, I got another GoPro. I got a different GoPro, so we're gonna look for an external mic for it, and maybe our trucking stuff will improve. So, no, I didn't play any Halloween. I don't know any Halloween, but Spooby, what's your favorite Halloween album? Mine is Keeper of Seven Keys Part 2. I'm going to queue up Bleach. That was a great LP. Y'all make my day. Salute to you, Snorlord. Safe and profitable riding to you. Catch you on the flip. Ponzi, serious, man. Take care of yourself. You know, if you ever feel down, man, you give me a call. You know people that have my number. And I know things can be sometimes lonely there in Rockwall, and I want to be there for you, brother. Okay, so just know that. Okay, so, and that goes for any of you guys. If you guys feel down, depressed, sad, you know, call a friend, talk to somebody. If you got my number, call me. I'll help you out. You know, I'll do what I can. Maybe give you a different perspective. Sometimes you just gotta have a different perspective on things. I'm not going to tell you what to do or what you should do. I'm just going to I can be a good ear, right? And you know, we've gone through some dark times in 2020, and I think 21's going to be kind of dark as well, you know. And so the only thing we can do is really push on, have faith, and just keep plugging away. Just do your daily, everyday things. Try not to let the press and the media, you know, work you up in a frenzy, and don't let don't let them win. Don't let depression win. Don't let evil win. Okay. Because there's a lot of people that are hurting right now, and we got to be there for each other. So, so I'm gonna okay, I already read that. So, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.